Hi everybody at St Heliers School. Today I'd like to read you a story called The Little Yellow Digger Saves the Whale, and it's been written by Betty and Alan Gilderdale. Rolling and leaping at their play, two whales swam in a sunlit bay. The tide was turning quickly, the mother felt it go, and straight away swam out to sea. The baby was too slow. And now it lay there gasping in the growing heat of day, while its very worried mother swam up and down the bay. But the little yellow digger was not very far inland. Its driver had a message to go and lend a hand. They rattled down the rocky road that led towards the sea. The little whale was stranded there. They'd help to set it free. The digger drove between the rocks in the early morning sun. Its driver looked about him to see what could be done. He would have to dig a channel deep enough and wide to float the little whale out upon the turning tide. The whale's home was water. Its skin must not be dry. In sunshine it would overheat and very soon might die. But people started to arrive for a picnic by the sea. Could they keep the whale alive until it was set free? Children digging in the sand were asked to lend a pail, which they could fill with water to pour upon the whale. The digger's driver promised if they'd also lend a spade, he'd help them build a castle when the whale had been saved. So while the digger shovelled sand, they organised a team of young and old, of tall and small, to get water from the stream. Then everybody took a turn to fill buckets from a pool and pass them on along the line to keep the whale cool. As they poured the water on, the whale just seemed to know that they were trying to help it as they talked and called it Joe. And all the while the little digger dug deep to make the channel bigger. Every time its shovel filled, it chugged along the shore, then emptied it to make a mound, and still it went for more. The digger now had dug a trench, deep enough and wide, to float the little whale out upon the turning tide. But the very last few metres must be dug by spade, because the digger's clatter would make the whale afraid. The time had come, the tide had turned, the waves surged in, the whale could swim. Right out it went in sea and spray to join its mother in the bay. Then everybody raised a cheer for the driver and the digger, because they set the whale free when they made the channel bigger. Now pick up buckets, pick up spades, the digger's driver said. We'll make a castle from that mound before we go to bed. They patted, dug and shaped the mound till on that sunny day, the biggest castle ever made stood in the tree-fringed bay. While rolling, leaping at their play, two whales swam in the sunlit bay. The story that I just read to you was based on a true story that happened in Mangawai Estuary on the northeast coast of New Zealand. It's really exciting to think that a little yellow digger and some people were able to save a whale and get it back out to the ocean to its mother. I was wondering, if you went for a walk one day and you were on a beach or maybe a forest or even a park, and you came across an animal that was injured or needed some help, what would you do? Think carefully about it. Maybe you might like to write a story about it or draw a picture about how you could save an animal one day. Enjoy the book. Bye-bye.